Welcome to Arts and Music. I am your host, Victor Janflone, and today I'm pleased to bring you Oscar T. from South Africa.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me, Vic. Thank you so much, man.
Thank you so much for being here. I'm so grateful that you're on the show, Oscar.
Yes, no,
and taking the
I'm
time out
happy
of
to be here. I'm happy to be in the show.
your busy schedule, you know. So you're a
The
busy
life of an
man.
artist.
So you did grow up in South Africa, correct?
Yes, I was born here, raised, yeah, South African.
Yeah. So how did the music get going? Is your family musical, and then it's
Yeah, basically, I come from a musical family. Most of the people from my dad's side, my dad's side can sing. So he basically started a gospel band called the Inspirations. Now, I basically started singing professionally at the age of 8.
did apartheid ever have an effect on your family?
I could say on my family in the generation where I wasn't, because when I came in, apartheid was like literally over. So, but they did suffer in terms of, being non-black. There was schedules for them to be in the streets. There was places there where they only supposed to go, and they always had to walk around with identity books just to prove that they are South African citizens and to show which nationality or culture they are from.
Oh my.
So they had a bit of that. They had a bit of the apartheid for sure. But when I came out, really like to realize things, it was over. Apartheid was over, and everything was freedom was there for all of us.
That's great. I'm glad you didn't have to go through that per se. I know the family before
True.
did. I see you entered in talent competitions, and how did that
Yes,
happen?
I did. Yeah. Basically, I saw an advert on TV. I was still working as a chef, and at that time I saw the advert on the TV that they're doing a competition for singers and performers. And I was like, no, let's give it a try. I had some motivation from some of my family members to say I should give it a shot. And it actually went very well. At the end, I won. It was a reality show as well. I won the competition with 4 other talented musicians and singers. And it was like a rough, all of us were chosen out of 8,000 plus people.
So the reality TV show. Were you part of a band when you did that one?
Yes, we were four singers, 2 male singers and 2 female vocalists. And the band was called Nevida, which means for life in Swahili.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah,
For life.
quite a bold name to have.
And then after the talent competitions, when did you decide to go solo?
It was basically the competition was in 2010, and by 2012, a lot of people were contacting me for the shows. I also got offers to go do shows on the cruise ships, and in 2012, I did my first cruise show production show as a production singer.
Was that on the Italian cruise liner?
Yes, that was on Costa Cruises, which I basically worked for them for like 4.5 years.
Yeah.
Different ships, different countries, different routes. So it was also a good experience to see the world, while doing what I love.
So that must have taken you to many destinations. Did you have a favorite
Oh,
destination?
definitely, yes. One of my favorite destinations was Barcelona in Spain.
Uh-huh.
And then I'm also very in love with the Greek island. Um, I'm not so sure the name doesn't catch me now, but it's one of the most beautiful islands on the Greek side. Santorini. It's places
Santorini?
that I definitely will go back to visit again, and I fell in love with them. I saw them so many times that it felt like home when I was there.
I know people here. I've never been to Greece, but they go there, where you said.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Santorini
So there
is
must be a reason.
beautiful.
What prompted you to move to China?
Basically, I was doing a contract or show in in a casino with a 10-piece band in the Venetian in Macau. And some of our friends that I met or new people that I met were spreading the word about the singers and everything. So when I was in Macau, I already got the offer to go to China, Beijing. And I think I finished like 2 weeks after my contract in Macau, I left for Beijing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so yeah, it was nice. It came through a lot of contacts, new friends, and I was very inquisitive to see what it could bring to me, as an artist, as a singer.
How long were you in Beijing?
Oh, I spent like almost like 6 years, close to 6 years in Beijing.
Mm-hmm.
But I was also driving around China. I did cities like Shenzhen, Wuhan, Hefei, all these nice big cities as well,
Yeah.
like Shanghai. Yeah, so it was very cool to see. But it was over a period of 6 years.
How did you meet H.B. Wild?
H.B. Wild, wow. One of the saxophone players that I was playing with in Macau was connected with this band already. So when he sent through videos or posted videos about me, they actually contacted me to be one of the lead singers in the band of H.B. Wild. And that was my first contract in Beijing, my first hotel contract.
Which is wild. Right? That's wild. Because
Yeah,
HB is a cousin of Jimi Hendrix, right?
Yes, exactly. Yes, that's very true. Yeah, they also do a lot of Jimi Hendrix tribute shows as well.
How long did you work with HB?
I think I worked like 6 or 7 months,
Mm-hmm.
and then they extended with a new band. So I think like roughly 7 months I worked with them.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, really cool people.
Do you like to work and collaborate with others? Is that important?
Always, it's always cool, locally and internationally. It's nice for me because you also get to learn from other artists and how they write songs. And I always think collaborations are so important to have because it opens a gate for both parties to enter into their followership, like my followers, whoever I'm collaborating with will look at the artists I'm collaborating and start following them. And their followers would do the same with me, So it's always important to gain more people on your side and more people to entertain.
How important is family to you?
Oh, family is number one.
Mm-hmm.
I think one of the reasons that I'm like one of the most important reasons I do what I do is for my family,
Yeah.
Because I realized how great opportunities I get from it. I also realized what kind of life I can make out of it. So with that being a benefit for me, it's a benefit for them as well. So it's always number one is family. Always think of family. Everything that I do, wherever I go, it's always my family. It's for my family.
On va voler la soirée. Tes hanches pressées contre les miennes. Tes mains cultivées. Tes mains qui soulèvent. Ta bouche glacée. Lumière qui tourne. Musique qui vole.
I see a full moon tonight. It's time to rewrite the night ahead. I need you by my side. It's a love summer's evening. No need no warm and cold, and we got us. Let's dance the night away, so we can dance. We don't need dance, my chérie, all night long, all night long. Now, baby, move, sweet bonita, dance, my chérie, all night long, all night long. I would like to hold your hand, take a picture picture where we stand. You're mine. Oh, it's so kind. What an angel for the night. Let's take time to bring the silence to the moon and the end. The sun will rise. Now we can dance, sweet bonita. Dance with Sherry all night long. All night long. Now baby move, sweet bonita. Dance with my Sherry all night long. On the floor, baby all night long. And if we dance until the sun is coming out,
Dansez avec moi.
I really wanna dance with you. Take my hand, girl, let's dance the night away for sure. We ain't got to be alone. Now we can dance, sweet bonita. Dance my Sherry all night long. All night long. Now we can dance, sweet bonita. Dance my Sherry all night long. All night long. Now we can dance, sweet bonita. Dance my Sherry all night long. All night long. Now we can move, sweet bonita. Dance with my Sherry all night long. On the floor, baby, all night long. Dance with my Sherry. Sweet bonita. Oh.
Avec moi. On va voler la soirée. Tes hanches pressées contre les miennes. Tes mains qui me suivent.
Oh, yeah.
Tes mains qui me soulèvent.
Do you have any plans to be able to perform in the United States?
I don't have plans, but I do have dreams and hopes and goals that I'm planning to, because I would like to go overseas, especially to the States, to learn from the great artists over there, and also get mentoring for what I love and do. I see there's a lot of great singers, great musicians over there. So the States is also, it's like a big mentoring platform of artists, and also a lot of artists that I look up to. So yeah, there's definitely plans of going to the States, man. Definitely.
That would be nice. That would be nice to see.
Yeah, you guys should actually invite me, man. You should.
We'll get the Wolfman
I'll
on
be
that
there.
too. See what the Wolf has to
Yeah,
say.
definitely.
Get you hooked up with some of the guys here in the States that he has, right? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and he has quite a bit of friends over there.
Yeah. Yeah.
He always talks about his friends in the States.
So how much has your music changed through the years? Has it changed much?
Oh, I think I won't say changed much. I would say mature. Because in the beginning I was doing a lot of features, so I really didn't find my unique sound until later on. And as soon as I started finding my sound with my first album, it's probably I could see the maturity in where I still write about love. I write love songs, but the maturity in my writing and in my music has grown. Not so much as a change, but like a more maturity to understanding my music more, as for myself and as for the people that listen to my music.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Do you have a favorite style of music? I know you just said that you prefer to write love songs, which is beautiful, right? But is there a
Yes.
style of love song?
Ooh. Now it's been a big mix of especially when I'm writing, because I'm learning a lot from the love, like the hip hop also brings like a nice love element to what they are writing. And I always listen to the rappers, how they put and structure their words. But then I also listen to very old school music, take it back to the Nat King Coles, the Luther Vandross, Teddy Pendergrass, and putting that sound together. So there's not really a favorite kind of that I'm currently listening to. I'm listening to a big variety of old school with also a new sound of hip hop. I found a very big interest in listening to hip hop these days, but it's more listening to the lyrics and what they are saying.
So, what is the favorite style of like your blending that you're talking about? Is that more like a blending for in South Africa, like this style
No,
that's on the
not at
radio,
all. No, no.
or just
It's
worldwide?
a very international blend.
Yeah.
Because I realize that I also have fans and people that follow me from outside of South Africa, and most of the music that comes out is for them as well. So we do mix it up. I do mix it up. There is songs that would sound completely South African or have African vibe to it,
Hmm.
but also keep it mostly like international listening to it.
Hmm.
Yeah.
What do you like most about playing music?
Basically, the transcendent moments in where you start feeling it and you transcend. I feel always I transcend into a different realm where it's only music.
Hmm.
And at that where that place is, there's where you find your passion and your love for your music.
Hmm. And also
So
with
yeah.
the crowd, when you're communicating, I guess with the crowd, and the enhanced feeling you get back and forth, probably too. Yeah.
True. It's always an energy feed. It's always a feeding of connections. Because when you see people enjoy it, then you put more into it, and the more they enjoy it, the more you have. Like, so it's a it's a very transferring energy that leads up to that ecstasy and performing and having people enjoying what we are doing.
Yeah. 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 I know you're very close to your family, and I love seeing your posts with your wife and your beautiful daughter.
True,
It's
true.
wonderful, right? But has your musical career ever kept you from your family?
Not as much as before. Before I did a lot of traveling for long periods. That was before I met my wife and before we had our daughter. So at that time, it was more just pushing on being out there. But now it's come to a point where I always accommodate them wherever I perform. Even if I can take them with me wherever I perform,
Hmm.
where I have those options that I can use. But yeah, it's definitely changed now in terms of my schedule, being around them. So I don't do those long gigs, long periods of gigs where I stay away for 2 to 7 months.
That would drive you
Um,
crazy.
it's quite it's quite quick in and out gigs now, and
Yeah.
more residencies close to home. But yeah,
Yeah. Where did you meet your wife, by the way?
I met my wife in Beijing.
Oh, yeah.
She's
That's what
from
I thought.
Venezuela,
Is she
South
Asian?
American.
Yeah.
So I met her in Beijing in China. Yes.
That's nice. Because I saw you were in
Yeah.
Venezuela for a while recently, right?
Yes, I was in Venezuela for like 8 9 months.
Yeah. I mean, do you have good
Yeah.
friends down there or family or?
I ever have well, all my wife's family is on that side, but I also have Facebook friends that I met there in person for the first time.
That looked like a
So yeah,
beautiful
I can
time.
say I have a few friends over there as well.
Yeah, that's beautiful, man. Um, how many albums have you recorded, or have you done more solo and not albums?
Ooh, would you mean like a solo album or
Yeah,
albums that?
or even albums
I
with
just
group.
released my
Even
first solo studio album in 2020. So
2020.
that was my first, but I've been on many recordings, especially with my family. We brought out four gospel records as well. So I'm on them. With the banner and on the reality show, we brought out an album. So, but 2010, I released my first solo studio album.
Oh, that's great, man. That's nice.
Yeah.
Um,
Through Wolf Entertainment. Wolf Entertainment was the distributor.
oh yeah. Speaking of that, how long have you been with Helmut Wolf and the Wolf Entertainment?
Well, since 2020,
Okay,
when
so
we
he signed
started working on, because the album was finished, we only just needed a distribution deal.
Yeah.
And the producer was also friends with HB Wild. They were also friends with Mr. Helmut.
Mm-hmm.
So the whole connection came through there, and he was like, "Yes, let's distribute this album."
That's awesome. That's really cool.
Yeah, man.
What is
sure.
coming up for the rest of 2022 and into 2023? Do you have any what your plans are?
Oh yeah, there's big brand. There's a lot of big plans coming out. We just created a band called Good Mood here in South Africa, and we're ready to launch the first music video, first single, and I've amalgamated with some very brilliant, talented guys, you know. So we're planning to take over the music industry in South Africa as well as internationally. So you'll be checking us out very soon. Good Mood is the name.
All right. That's great.
Yeah.
Well, I want to thank you, Oscar, for sharing time today and being on the show.
Oh, thank you, Vic. Thank you so much for having me, man. Thank you so much.
God bless you and your family. And I wish you
Oh,
nothing
man.
but
Thank you so much.
success, man, coming up, and just
You,
keep
bro.
in touch.
No, thank you for hitting me up as well to have you on the show, man. I'm really, really grateful and thankful. I hope the people will enjoy, and they can also follow me on social media at Oscar T Music. My music is also for streaming and download, so they can definitely check out my music and my music videos.
Mm-hmm. Great. Well, Oscar, so it's Oscar T all around for like Facebook and.
Yes, Oscar T Music, Oscar T Music. You'll find it as soon as you search for it. You'll find it.
All right. Very good. Well, thank you, and have a great gig tonight. And
Thank you so much.
again, just very grateful.
I will for sure.
Yeah. Okay.
Nice
Thank you,
one,
Oscar.
Thank you so much, man. I wish you all the best as well, sir.
Thank you. Thank you for watching Arts and Music. And if you would like to be a guest on the show, please email us at artsandmusicpgh@yahoo.com. And until next time, peace.
I woke up at 7 this morning, trying to write you a letter, and about 9 I was doing better. Let you know that I'm fine, I'm fine. I woke up at 7 this morning, trying to write you a letter, and about 9 I was doing better. Let you know that I'm fine, baby, I'm fine. I woke up at 7 this morning, trying to write you a letter, and about 9 I was doing better. Let you know that I'm fine.